Alright, hello and welcome, fellow users of the internet. My name is Noah and you're watching As Fidel Merchants. Alright, so this weekend we had the first couple of days of store championships. I hope that all of my viewers had an opportunity to go to the one at their local game store, or were able to go to any at all. And if you didn't, that your local game store's store championship is coming up this next weekend. They'll run until the 10th of this month. So I thought I'd go ahead and go over my prize haul and go over the deck I played and brag on it a little bit. And I will emphasize on bragging on it, not myself. Alright, first and foremost, we've got the 5 Mortifies. I have 5 of them. Of course, I didn't get to go to 5 store championships. That would have been awesome. I only went to 2. Got the 1 Mortify at Popper Bluff for participation, and I got 4 at Farmington. I'll go ahead. We'll get around to that. Yeah, and I got 4 at Farmington at Kevin's Gamers Bazaar. Go check them out if you are ever in Farmington, Missouri. All right, next up we've got 7 Angels of Despair. I need to get these on the internet stat. Probably should have done that yesterday or the day before, but I fell asleep really hard whenever I got all the way back from Farmington. But yeah, 7 Angels of Despair. I think as of right now they are more than worthless, so I need to sell them before they crater even harder. Alright. I did get also these 4 promo packs, and drumroll, I did in fact win both of the store championships I went to and got these 2 foil textless Dothy Voidwalkers. 2 more down, 2 more to go, and then I'll have all the ones I need for my scam deck. Well, I mean all the textless ones I'll need for my scam deck. This makes, I think, 6 Dothy Voidwalkers I own in total. But yeah, this one I won in Popper Bluff. We had a nice 6 people turnout. You know, would have liked more, but that's just how the news goes. Yeah, 1 out of 6 people. I'll go over the games in this, and unfortunately, well, I shouldn't say unfortunately. I guess I won uncontested at Farmington. I'm very lucky and thankful that Kevin went ahead and gave me the prize for showing up. A lot of people would have told me, there's not enough people, we'll reschedule, come back later. But thankfully, that's not what happened. So yeah, I won by default since nobody would play. Literally, someone could have went and grabbed 60 islands out of the land station and gotten themselves a $10 Angel of Despair, but I didn't want to, and I can't make them. I think it's got a lot to do with the fact that, like, very few players, like, are able to use the internet, or like able to use eBay or Mercari or anything to convert their cards to cash. And it really is a hampering that Wizards, Hasbro, whatever you want to call it, doesn't allow stores to buy WPN promos back. So you win a card and it's just a card. But yeah, I digress. 2 Dothys. We'll keep them in the frame for whatever. And now let's just get started on... We're going to save the promo packs for last. We're going to do the deck tech right fast. I just want to get it reconsolidated. Alright, first of all, we're going to start up with the land base. It's the most important part. We've got 1 of each of the channel lands. Ganjo, Odawara, Takanuma. I think it's pretty much free to have them in the list. They're a good selection, so all 3 of those. I guess I'll go ahead and say, because I don't know if you could tell, this is what's called Esper Midrange. If you want any more information on the deck or the archetype, just go to MTG Goldfish. I think it's pretty much the best place to look. You can also look on Aether Hub or Moxfield and get caught up. I am currently on 3 Rafine's Towers. I think that was pretty much standard back in December. For what it's worth, this is what I played back during the Lost Caverns of Ixalan season for Standard Sword Championships. So I think my list is a little outdated, but not like too bad or anything, especially not for how over the board standard play is right now. And for what it's worth, I think a lot of people are down to 2 Rafine's Towers, but I didn't have all that much time to like really overhaul my mana base, even though I did make a few changes to the deck. Basic check, we are on 1 basic plains. Um, Restless Anchorage, you've got to at least have 1. I've seen some people play as many as 4. I think that's pretty crazy myself, but it is a really, really good card. I'm on 1 right now. I should probably be on 2, but instead I am on 1 Restless Fortress. I do think this is probably objectively like a way worse manland, but it did win me 1 game, and so I'm still a little connected to it, but I digress. I'm on a full 4 Caves of Koilos. This is almost certainly wrong, but not wrong enough to like really worry about. I think most people are at least on 3 or 2. And the biggest reason I'm on 4 Caves of Koilos is because I can only find 3 Shattered Sanctums. I swear, I've looked at every store I've been to. I've looked high and low. Just can't find them. And I haven't gotten around to ordering one yet. Or just, tilt opening Crimson Vow until I find one. Alright, I'm on 1 Plaza of Heroes right now. I think most of the Esper mid-range lists have gotten rid of this entirely, but they're also playing, well, I don't know. The mathologist or whatever can go through and tell me all the reasons why playing one of these is wrong, but as of right now, I'm still on 1. You got 1 Deserted Beach. I think it's because at the time I didn't want to play both Restless Anchorages because I didn't like them that much. And I thought because I was going to add 1 more black-white card that it made sense to have 1 of the blue-white slow land. So yeah, a Deserted Beach, and I think that's even become more mainstream now. 1 Edakar Waters, 3 Seachrome Coasts, and last but not least, 4 Darkslick Shores. The only thing is, a lot of the other lists online that are doing well on Magic Online and whatnot, I think are all playing some more Underground Rivers, which I have. I didn't know what to cut. I couldn't just do that quickly. All right, first up, I want to talk about the deck's removal. We do have 3 cut downs main board. That seems pretty standard. Pretty meta. That's the word I'm looking for. Alright. People are main decking the full 4 Go for the Throats. That is just fine. The only thing that's funny is you would be really surprised how hard it is to find a place to Go for the Throats. But yeah. I'm on all 4. Dig these original Mirrodin ones. They're really nice. Foil Double Masters and a Chinese, I'm pretty sure, Mirrodin. Yeah, I think now that I've been looking for other people, I've ended up with almost 12 copies to Go for the Throat. Alright, I am main decking 1 Destroy Evil. I've liked it pretty well. It's just been a good card. I was main decking more in December because I was talked into main decking the 2 Make Disappears. I don't like these as much. I feel like there are a lot of random Cavern of Souls running around, and this isn't all that good when you're on the draw, and it just doesn't feel like the proactive play that this mid-range deck is playing. Because, you want mid-range, but, all of your other stuff can at least help. All of your other removal can be played more proactively and help you get in on the beatdown, but this can't. So, I personally haven't been that impressed, but I know why it's there, and unfortunately I don't get to play quite enough in paper to know for sure. Alright, we've got the 1 Wandering Emperor. This is technically interaction, but it is really good. I should be playing 2, but haven't really been able to find one, and I've got some other more 4 drops we'll get around to. Deep Cavern Bat. Mega All-Star. You should 100%, if you're going to play Esper or pretty much any black deck, you've got to have 4 Deep Cavern Bats. Flying Lifelink, and you take a card from their hand until they can deal with it. Mega good. Mega good. I've got just the 1 copy of Fairy Mastermind. I think a lot of people are playing 2. Playing 2 is probably more correct, but I'm playing 3 copies of Denick instead. Probably not entirely correct, but I do like me some Denick. I love the extra lifelink cards, especially since in the wild, and I've been somewhat correct so far, the vast majority of decks I think you're running into in paper are much more aggressive, much more slanted to the aggressive, that is. All your Convokes and Mono Reds. And so I think you want the extra lifelink in paper, but somebody could prove me wrong. Next up, we've got the 3 Virtue of Loyalties. I think most people are only playing 2, but I think I forgot that I might only have 3 wedding announcements, and most people are playing 4 of those, and so that's 6 of those total. And so I don't think 3's all that wrong. Alright, next up we've got the new edition. This wasn't the tech back in December, but they've proven themselves and made their way in. The Tishana's Tidebinder, being able to counter your opponent's activated or triggered abilities is just massive. These arts are hideous, but I opened them and I don't have the time to get the better ones. Alright, next up we've got all 4 Rafine Scheming Seers. Rafine's great, he's hard to kill, and he turns all of your 2-drops into just absolute all-stars. You ever put a couple of +1/+1 counters on a Deep Cavern Bat or a Denick, and like your opponents just can't win. Next up, we've got the wedding announcements. We're already over 10 minutes. Yeah, 3 wedding announcements. Everybody on the internet and in the meta is main decking 4, but I think I only have 3, and I really don't like them. But I think in a more correct meta, like if an online meta was better represented in paper or probably at larger events, the wedding announcements would be good because you'd be having to deal with more mid-range decks or more controlling strategies. But like I said, all I ever run into are the aggressive decks, and wedding announcements not really there. However, that's why I'm running the 2 Shieldred main board. I am still a Mega Shieldred truther. Just having them makes you... They just deal... On top of everything they do in-game, it's just massive psychic damage. Every time you resolve a Shieldred, your opponent just sighs and kind of drops their shoulders and like, okay, yeah, I'm really going to have to try now. So yeah, I still mainboard 2 Shieldreds. A lot of people don't have any Shieldreds in their Esper decks anymore, and, well, those people are just poor. But yeah, I love me some Shieldreds. I might go ahead and pick up a 4th one again. I sold one of my copies. It was foil, and I didn't want it anymore. Alright, and some people are being decking as many as 2 Aclazot's Deepest Betrayals, but as of right now, I'm just on 1, and I've got 1 copy in my sideboard. And we'll talk about my sideboard right fast. Not 1 Samurai token, but yeah, I'm on 1 Aclazot's Deepest Betrayal. Should I fan out the sideboard just for people to see it and get a screenshot? Yeah. 1 cut down in the main, I think that's pretty standard. 2 Path of Perils, 1 Tomic, 1 Shieldred, 2 Lorn of the Third Paths, 2 of those, a little embarrassed about that, a Destroy Evil, and we'll just show these right now. We'll just hold these. Yeah, 1 Anoint with Affliction, you bring it in against the aggressive strategies, get around some graveyard crap, helps exile Squee and Mono Red. Yeah, Anoint with Affliction, just a good sideboard card. 2 Disdainful Strokes. They're probably very, very necessary against the domain decks, which I have thankfully not had to run into an actual copy of yet, and they're good against some other things. Just hopefully, whenever you run into, the Extinct Dinosaurs deck, they don't actually have Cavern on board to make this stuff working. But yeah. That's the Disdainful Stroke. I already told you about another Aclazotz in the sideboard. You can probably main deck both of these, but I still like it just fine. 1 cut down, because you don't always want the 4th one. It can be a lot of awkward, but whenever you run into the aggressive strategies, you'll want it. Same with Knockout Blow. This card's pretty good. I should probably have access to 2 of these in my sideboard, just because, like, my instincts are telling me I'm for sure going to need them. Alright, next up we have Shieldred. Another one's absolutely great. Could probably get away with main decking all 3 of mine, but it's fine right now. 2 Lorn of the Third Pass in the sideboard for any deck that might have some enchantments you need rid of. It ends up being really useful. 2 Path of Perils for all the small decks. A lot of people I've been seeing are playing Temporary Lockdown instead, and there's probably enough reasons for that, but I didn't have any lockdowns whenever I saw that tech, and didn't have time to fix it, and Path does enough. Alright, last up, 1 more Destroy Evil for whenever you're running into, decks it's good against. Last but not least, I've got a couple of joke cards. I just wanted to tie Tomic, Wielder of Law out. I think it's a really cool card. You need to just, if you could ever actually get to cast this on 2, it'd be pretty cool, but even on 3, it still just does a lot. And last but not least, don't laugh at me too hard, I am trying to Kotos the Silent Spider. The biggest reason I'm playing this is because the Sunfall decks absolutely eat your lunch, and the plan was to hopefully find one of their Sunfalls in their graveyard and surgical extract them with this, and then they ain't got any more Sunfalls and you've got a 4/4 and you're playing a somewhat more honest game after that. Probably not the greatest idea, but if I ever do run into a domain deck, I feel like this is going to be a pretty cool card to have. Alright, so that was the deck tech. I almost forgot about these thingies. I'll open them right fast. I think I will be keeping the codes, but if I don't, I'll show them to you later. Oh, yes, another Amalia. Now I've got like 8. Another Deep Cavern Bat. Power, that is for sure. Don't be mistaking it. Ooh, and another Moonshaker Cavalry. I think I just sold one of these on the interwebs, so I'll be able to redo that post. Alright, murders. We'll just do murders. Yeah, see, I always give away the pre-release codes because I can only use 1, but those ones you can get more of. Cryptex, Lame, Gleaming Gear Drake, and Training Grounds. It might be still a couple bucks. Alright, Steam Core Scholar. Cool enough card. Lightning Helix, that's nice and expensive, and a Misery Shadow. Not expensive, but it just should be. Alright, foil promo pack, obviously going to be the worst one, just because that's how foil promo packs go. Oh man, 18 minutes. Alright, foil Lamplight Phoenix, a cool enough card, but not expensive. Foil No More Lies. And, okay, foil Commercial District. Okay, well, Moonshaker Cavalry was the creme de la creme. Can't really complain whenever I've got my 2 foil Dathi Voidwalkers. Hopefully I'll make another video here soon and show you guys my other 2 for my playset. Alright, thank you guys very much for your time. Again, I truly do appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, all that gas, and share this content with anybody who you think might enjoy it. It helps me out a ton. See y'all later. Goodbye.